Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today. I think today's what, the 14th, right? Yeah, it is the 14th, May the 14th, 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. And this is day 2 of the shift, and really honestly I could really say that this whole week is a shift. And it's like you really do have to kind of take this week almost day by day, because we're going to be moving and shifting in so many areas. We have so many planets shifting this week. We have the moon and Mercury that are now shifted into Taurus. We have Uranus moving into Taurus, so more fixed energy. We have Mars leaving Capricorn going into Aquarius, and then I'm pretty sure Venus moves out of Gemini this week and moves into Cancer. If that's not this week, it's next week. I don't have the chart up. I haven't looked at it, but we have a lot of shifting energy, which means that a lot of aspects of our consciousness are shifting this week, which means that life is really going to change forever. That's why for the Daily Adept report yesterday, I put that it was part 1 of the shift, because really this entire week is really a shift. But it's like, especially like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, this is like this major shift. And then when we come into Wednesday, we're like we're on the new level. And it's like, there are going to be people with the Mars and Aquarius energy. There are going to be people that want to just rush off to the boss battle as soon as they get to Wednesday and try and find like the boss in the dungeon. And then there are also going to be people that are literally just exploring every little facet of the new level, like going into all of the buildings and houses and trying to find all the items. There are going to be people that try and talk to literally every NPC, because they want to try and get some type of information, even if the information doesn't seem like it's valuable. You'd be surprised at what you can learn. It's kind of like when I play like Pokemon, like the games and stuff, like talking to a lot. Like there's sometimes I'll do a playthrough and I don't really look for items. I don't go to all the houses. And then there are other times where I will talk to like every NPC, and it's like sometimes they'll say just random stuff that doesn't seem like it's applicable, but then you'd be surprised at what happens. This is going to be kind of a week of listening to the deeper secrets and listening to the deeper cues. Because it's like, if you think of life as a play, there are going to be people that are acting off cue. And the reason why they're going to be acting off cue is because they're going to be acting off of the old way and the old triggers. But really, the cues this week on when to say a particular line or when to do it or do a certain action, they're going to be silent. They're going to be more quantum. They're going to be coming from a deeper space. So it's like, this is really a week of like purposeful action, absolutely. But this is certainly a week where it's like you really have to follow your intuition and follow your gut. You don't want to just rush right into things. But there's going to be that urge to do so, because we're coming into a new world. And like I said, there are going to be people that want to just go straight for the boss battle. But are you ready? And it's like, and I don't even want to say that you're not ready, because this is a time of like great self-confidence and having more value in yourself. But at the same time, this is Taurus energy that we're dealing with. So it's like, this isn't Aries energy. You know, this is Taurus energy. This is like, take your time and develop your arsenal. This is take your time to develop who you are and build and produce. I even want to say, like, I made like the Uranus and Taurus video, and which if you haven't watched it, please do. I put my heart and soul into that video, and I can already see that it's actually becoming really popular on my channel. Has one of the most views. So anyone who's already has watched it, thank you so much. Because like I said, I did put my heart and soul into that video. But I even want to say that, like, you know, Taurus is producing and building energy. And when Uranus hits, and it'll be some time from now, but I just want to put this out into the future. But when Uranus hits 22 degrees of Taurus, you're really going to see who are the master builders of this reality, the master producers, the people that really have that self-confidence. And the reason why 22 degrees is so important is because A, it's a master number, and 22 is the master builder. So it's like, for when Uranus hits that spot, it's going to really, like, just reveal back just how important it really is to believe in yourself, and how important it is to take things step by step, day by day. Like, a house is not built overnight, you know? And there are going to be people that want to build a house overnight, but they're going to probably put out shitty quality work. So let's hop into the cards and just see what's going on. So I also, I had this other card here. I want to actually flash up the card real fast, just to show you what's going on. As you can see, I added another card, and I felt the need to do this because if you think of this spread I'm doing tells it is like a story, right? Where you have like your exposition, the inciting action, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and then you have the the resolution. I also have a theme, which is in this case the Five of Pentacles. But if it's also a story, I want to actually be like, who's the writer? Who's the scribe of this story? So the scribe of this story today is actually the sun. So it's your heart. And I think that's really, really powerful, especially considering the fact that the North Node is here. And by the end of the week, the moon actually will conjunct the North Node. So it even, it comes back full circle, how important that is. Let me get this off. My alarm was going off. Little silent. So yeah, the sun is writing the story today. Your heart is writing the story today. So what is the story? Well, the theme of the story is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there's going to be this feeling of, there's almost going to be like this poverty consciousness. But I think it's because really our old sense of value is being shaken up so much that we really can't rely on it anymore. The Five of Pentacles in reverse it's a person that wants to go to a food kitchen and there's no food there. The Five of Pentacles, and that sounds sad, that sounds messed up, right? It's like if you're homeless or whatever and you want to go to a food kitchen and there's not food there, or this is the Five of Pentacles in reverse is like funding being slashed from welfare programs. So it's like you really have to learn where your value is, where your true value is. This Five of Pentacles in reverse is the energy where you really can't lean on anyone. You have to establish your own sense of connection and your own sense of true worth. And it's like the Five of Pentacles in reverse is also things might not be as bad as it seems, but it's like you might have this want to try and lean on other people for your value, and want to lean on other people for confirmation and affirmation. And we all do need confirmation and affirmation. We all do need it. But the thing about it is that you're not really going to receive that if you don't give it to yourself first. It's I want more views on my channel. I want more subscribers. Yeah, of course I do. But I still keep going despite where I am right now. It doesn't really matter. I don't care that I don't have thousands upon thousands of subscribers. I believe I'll get there. But I want to keep putting out high quality work because even though, and I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel lately. This video might be a little bit longer than the other ones. Thank you so much if you're a recent subscriber. I really, really, really do appreciate it. I could definitely feel that my channel is growing. And it's this is going to be a time where it's of deep inner growth. That's the overall theme of today and of this part of the shift. It's you can't really depend on leaning on someone else for your value. You have to find it within. You have to go within yourself, beloved. Trees don't lean on each other unless they get struck by lightning and then they're held up if the tree falls over. But trees don't lean on each other. They have their own rooted connection to Mother Gaia. So it's that's what you want to establish today. And it's interesting even here how even in here, it looks like a tree almost, right? These pentacles, it looks like it's attached to a tree. So where's your connection? Okay. For the exposition of the story, we actually have the Lovers card in reverse. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think this is literally actually signaling to the fact that, you know, if you're trying to lean on other people, if you're trying to lean on other, like if you're in a significant relationship or even like family and friends, if you try to lean on them, they're not really going to be able to give you what you're looking for. Why? Because they're going through this shift too. So it's like you have to really learn how to stand on your own 2 feet. You have to learn that you have to love yourself before you can really find that lover. And that's not saying that, like, if you're in a relationship and you're working on loving yourself, that doesn't mean that you have to, like, leave the other person. Because I think there's, like, this misconception, especially within the spiritual community, is like, oh, in order for you to really find a lover, you have to really work on yourself and love yourself. And then there are people who are in relationships who are like, whoa, crap, maybe I don't love myself. Well, should I be in this relationship? That's really up to you. That's really up to you. And I even kind of deal with that a bit. I've dealt with it a bit. I have relationship anxiety. I'm going to be completely blunt honest with you all. But I think it's because I had to learn how to love myself more, you know? I have to learn how to, like, not lean on my partner as much. And it's okay. Like, it's okay to have people that support you, but you have to learn how to support yourself too. So it's like, I think the Lovers here in reverse is like really us looking in the mirror and being like, how do I revamp my self-worth so I can just feel better about myself, so I can feel more confident that I can actually build and produce the life that I want to build. The exposition is actually, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, so it's like even more so. We have most of the cards here are reversed except for 2, which is very interesting. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse as the exposition is like, there's almost like this want for you to give up on your dream because you feel like it might not be going anywhere or it might be moving too slowly. Don't give up. This is literally you wanting to give up. Don't give up. This might be you trying to procrastinate. Don't procrastinate. Don't give up. Even if you're not, you don't have to be hustling like a lot of these self-help people out here. And bless their heart, and I love them because we need people like that. You know, like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk. We need people like that are hustling like that. Elon Musk. We need people like that. But you have to realize that you don't have to try and save the world and like hustle and work 20 hours a day unless you want to. And if that makes your heart feel good, because remember, the sun is writing the story today. So if that is what makes your heart feel good, if that's where your heart is, then by all means do that. But the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is literally being like, don't give up. Do work every day, even just a little bit. Even if it's just 10 minutes, a solid 10 minutes or a solid 30 minutes or a solid hour towards your craft and what you're building, that's all you need to do. Especially this week. That's all you need to do. Because even this small amount will have such a monumental change this week. You don't have to work 5 hours at your craft every day this week. Just the smallest amount is going to make the biggest difference. It's going to make such a difference. The rising actions that we actually have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is us learning how to receive our abundance today. It's like, yes, we might be feeling a bit disheveled with the Five of Pentacles. We might have the bit of this like, oh, my sense of value is shifting. I really do have to learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. I really do have to learn how to love myself, and I can't give up. The Queen of Pentacles in the rising spot is literally our divine feminine energy, and this whole Gaia energy coming through, it's like, yes, like, connect back to source, connect back to Gaia, connect back to the earth, and realize where your true value is, my child. Realize where your true value is. And it's interesting how the climax is that the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We got this card, I want to say we got it yesterday. And once again, it's like we're being offered something by the universe that it might, to us, look a bit tarnished. We're being offered like tarnished gold, and we're like, we don't want that. But the universe is like, are you sure it's tarnished? Or is that just your perception? Is that just the way you're looking at it? Are you looking at it through blurred glasses? Are you looking at it through a very narrow-minded way? Because I think a lot of times we're offered things by the universe that are beautiful, but we look at it in such a way that we're like, oh, I don't like that. No, that doesn't look good. But it's like, are we really aware of what the universe is handing us? Are we realizing the opportunity that the universe is handing us? That it's actually a really beautiful opportunity, and that it's not as bad as it seems? I think that's really going to be called into question today, and that's kind of like almost the epiphany, is that like what we're being handed right now in life, it's far more beautiful than we can realize. I think it's just like, sometimes you want to see all the bells and the whistles and like the Hollywood lights and the flashing and like Las Vegas stuff. Sometimes we want to see all that stuff, but all that's a distraction. It's like, I'm thinking of the scarab beetle. What may be discarded by one can be a treasure to another. The scarab beetle rolls up his dung ball of poo, but within that ball of poo is a beautiful gem. It's like, you know, I think a lot of people almost want a finished product. And that's kind of almost Uranus at the edge of Aries. They want like this finished, perfected product of who they are. And it's like, I want to say it exists because it does. But as the way that we experience this reality, we have to become into that. We become into it. So you can't just jump right to the end. You can't just do that. There's a reason why we come to this earth. So it's like we're all being offered something today that's beautiful, and we have to learn how to receive it. Like I said, that's the Queen of Pentacles leading up to it. We have to learn how to receive it. We have to remember as we're going to this spot, it's like, oh, how do I receive this? You know, because it's the Queen. It's that feminine energy. How do I receive this? How do I receive my true worth, my true value? The following action, we actually have the Three of Swords in reverse. And this is one of the most harsh cards in the deck. But reverse, it's like, you know, let go of heartbreaks. Let go of false expectations appearing real. Let go of any expectations that you've had on yourself. Let go of that which has hurt your heart. Because the Sun card is writing the story. So the Sun's like, this can be healed. Your heart can be healed. Like, you are love. You are passion. You are joy. You are ecstasy. The Three of Swords in reverse is like, you're not heartbroken. You've been hurt. We all have been hurt. But you don't have to stay that way. And even like, the resolution is the Queen of Swords. So the only upright cards besides, I guess, you know, the Sun writing the story is the two queens. The Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Which is interesting because the Queen of Pentacles being Earth, that's literally like Taurus energy. And the Queen of Swords is literally Uranus shifting into that spot. It's air, you know? So it's like, what are you telling yourself? How are you writing this story? Are you telling yourself that you have to be a certain way? Are you constantly telling yourself and establishing this feedback loop within your mental, within your psyche, that you're heartbroken, that you're depressed, that you can't make it, that you absolutely need a lover to really feel good? No, not at all. You are beautiful, you know, you are joy. You have that strong connection, you know. Once you really learn to love yourself, then your relationships become just so beautiful. It's like a cherry on top. When you really learn to love yourself, it's like your relationships just take on this form of just like great adventure and beauty, and just like, it's, you know, it just complements your vibration. You know, the Lover card in reverse here for the exposition of the story is like, when you really learn to love yourself, your relationships complement your vibration. But the Queen of Swords is really asking us, what are we telling ourselves? How are we communicating our value? Are we communicating this old heartbroken story? Are we communicating this old story of I'm a victim? Or are we going to communicate the story of like, no, I'm a victor? Are you kidding me? I woke up today. I'm breathing. I'm taking steps every single day towards what I'm building. You know, I love myself. Yes, I make mistakes. I'll admit it. But damn it, I am beautiful. I'm divine. I'm infinite. So what are you telling yourself today? Remember that your heart is writing the story. The sun is writing the story. What are you telling yourself today? What are you telling yourself? And how do you really receive that abundance? How do you really come in and receive that gift of life? And that gift of just being. It's incredible. This is an incredible journey, you know. I believe that we're all infinite beings. And it's like, sometimes it's hard to really think about the infinity of everything. And it can almost be scary that things just go on forever and ever and ever. And even those things that shift and they morph. But it's like, I'm being called to draw a color card just because the shifts are so powerful, you know. I'm being called to do that because, you know, like I said, this video is a little bit longer than the other ones, but this is interesting. We have yellow. You can't make this up. It says purify your body, and look what number is there. 22. You remember what I said about when Uranus hits 22 degrees of Taurus? 22 pops up. This is yellow. This is solar plexus energy. Willpower. Confidence. You can do it. You will do it. I believe in you. Purify your body. Purify your body, guys. Anyways, that is it for your daily Adept report for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often.